Hi, it's me. Number 10. New documents reveal the U.S. tested time travel in the 1980s. In 1987, a report was written by a physicist for the U.S. government titled A Proposal for an Experimental Time Travel. The report was filed at the Air Force's Phillips Laboratory but was classified almost immediately. It wasn't declassified until recently and has only now been made available to the public. And what does this top-secret document reveal about time travel? It reveals that the U.S. military actually did try to develop a time machine in the 1980s. They just never got it working. The report was written by physicist Ronald R. Lakerman, who wanted to test the theory that time could be manipulated using gamma rays. This might sound familiar to fans of the TV show Stranger Things, as the show's writers borrowed this concept to create the Upside Down. The idea is that our reality is surrounded by other dimensions where time moves differently, and by using gamma rays, we can open a doorway to these alternate dimensions. According to the report, Lakerman proposed sending a probe back in time to observe the dinosaurs before they went extinct. He said the probe wouldn't interact with anything or anyone. It would simply sit there and observe. Basically, it would be like a time-traveling version of Bigfoot, only instead of looking for a Sasquatch, it would look for a dinosaur. The problem was that the mission required a lot more gamma rays than could ever be produced, so the project was shelved. Now, some people are saying that the government lied about this, that time travel has been possible for decades, and that the government has been hiding the truth from us all. That's probably not true. But it is weird that the documents were kept under wraps for so long. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. 9. The Montauk Project Resurfaces. Back in the 1970s and 80s, Camp Hero State Park on Long Island was the site of secret experiments conducted by the U.S. government. These experiments were part of a secret program called the Montauk Project. Between 1943 and 1988, the United States used the camp to carry out biological warfare tests, chemical experiments, and all kinds of other shady stuff. One rumor even claimed that the CIA turned the park into a portal to other dimensions. This is almost certainly not true. But what is true is that researchers at the camp experimented with ways to manipulate time. The documents recently released to the public reveal that scientists were trying to create a device that could manipulate the flow of time. Whether their goal was to send messages back in time or to build a full-fledged time machine is unknown. What is known is that they experimented with creating an artificial black hole. By bending time and space, they hoped to find a way to send messages back in time. Unfortunately, they weren't successful. But that hasn't stopped people from claiming that the government is still trying to cover up their research. Many believe that the experiments in Montauk were real, but that the government has been hiding the truth for decades. Some have even gone so far as to claim that the government is using the park as a portal to other dimensions. Who knows? Maybe they are. And now for number 8, but first I want to give a big shout out to some supporters. Thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you are new here, be sure to join the family. 8. The truth about JFK's assassination. John F. Kennedy was shot and killed on November 22, 1963. The event was one of the most shocking and traumatic in American history. And conspiracy theories surrounding the assassination have been heating up recently after newly released documents revealed that the CIA was spying on both Kennedy and his alleged killer, Lee Harvey Oswald. The CIA has already admitted that it spied on Kennedy, but these newly released documents show that they were also keeping tabs on Oswald. This has led many to believe that the CIA was somehow involved in the plot to kill the president. But there is no evidence to support this claim. Still, the documents do raise some interesting questions. For example, why was the CIA spying on Lee Harvey Oswald? And what did they learn about him? Unfortunately, these questions may never be answered. The CIA has refused to release the documents to the public, citing national security concerns. What are they hiding? We may never know, but one thing is for sure, the JFK assassination was one of the most important moments in American history. And these new documents shed some light on what really happened. Number 7. The real reason the Bay of Pigs invasion failed. On April 17, 1961, a group of Cuban exiles trained by the CIA attempted to invade Cuba and overthrow Fidel Castro. The operation, which came to be known as the Bay of Pigs invasion, was a total disaster. The exiles were defeated by the Cuban military, and many of them were killed or captured. But according to newly released documents, the real reason the invasion failed was because the CIA screwed up. According to the documents, the CIA had known for months that the invasion force would be too small to stand a chance against the Cubans. Despite this, they gave the green light to the attack. In addition, the CIA provided the invasion force with outdated intelligence about the strength of the Cuban military. As a result, the exiles were caught off guard when they were attacked, and they were completely unprepared for what was coming. In the end, the Bay of Pigs invasion was one of the biggest blunders in CIA history. But according to these new documents, it didn't have to happen. Thanks for watching. Which of these new declassified documents was the most interesting? And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more. This was James, and you've been watching your channel, Valley of Knowledge. Stay curious, and see you in the next one.